Hello everyone, I'm Nidhi, Assistant Professor in PCJ School of Management, Maharaja Agrawal University, Baddi, HP. In this lecture, I'm going to discuss the meaning of entrepreneurship, definition of entrepreneurship, features of the entrepreneurship, and how these entrepreneurs are different from their manager. So let's start today's lecture. According to Howard W. Johnson, entrepreneurship is a composite of three basic elements: invention, innovation, and adaptation. Entrepreneurs are the only who invent something and who innovate the new product, new services, and adapt the market changes as well. Whatever changes occurs in the market, entrepreneurs are the only one who adapt these situations and produce the product as per the market requirements. According to Rao and Mehta, entrepreneurship can be described as creative and innovative response to the environment. If we are having entrepreneurs, this means entrepreneurs are the only who is going to bring the new creation, who is going to bring the new innovation in the environment, which is also going to put the positive impact to our economy. How the entrepreneurs are termed as the innovator. Why these entrepreneurs are termed as the innovator? Because they introduce the new product in the market. These entrepreneurs provides new taste into the market, induces something new product in the market, and these are the entrepreneurs who brings new innovation, or we can say new production technology as well, right? New production technology, latest production technology means which also going to reduce the time, which also going to provide more efficiency. The production would also be become very convenient with the help of the new production technology. So next is entrepreneurs, why we say the innovator, and they also open the new market where the product has never been experienced by the customer. If entrepreneur sees that if the product is not going to provide the positive result, if the product has reached to its saturation level and in future it is not going to provide the positive results, not going to provide the more sales revenue, so entrepreneurs use some sort of strategy and changes the market, we can say. Entrepreneurs and provide some new taste, we can say explore the new market where the existing product has never been experienced by the customers. So this is also one of the innovative strategy what the entrepreneurs do. Next is discovery of new sources of supply of raw material. As we all know that we are having the raw material in a very scarce level. So we can say the entrepreneurs are the people who actually discover the new sources of supply of raw material, so that there should not be any production stoppage situation, because without the raw material, entrepreneur cannot start the production. Next theory is given by the Knight. He has termed the entrepreneurs as a risk bearer. Entrepreneurs is the economic functionary who undertakes the responsibility of uncertainty, which cannot be insured, nor capitalized, and nor salaried to. Entrepreneurs, it is really a risk, we can say risk taking. Entrepreneurs should have the risk taking ability, and entrepreneurs, whatever income they are going to get, that is completely uncertain. Entrepreneurship cannot be insured, and entrepreneurs do not get the salary as well. They do not get the fixed amount of income. So we can say that it is, Knight has given this concept that it is really a risk. Entrepreneur should have the risk taking ability. Next is entrepreneur as an organizer. This theory is given by the J. Baptiste. He has defined the entrepreneurs as the organizer It is entrepreneurs the one who combine the land of one, the labor of the another, and capital of yet another, and thus produces a product. As we all know that if the product, if we have to produce the product, then it is attached with the many phases, right? Raw material, land is also there, financial resources are also one of the things, so that production will get started, new technology and requirement of the machinery, these kind of things are required. So entrepreneurs is the organization who is going to combine all such things. And entrepreneurs, the person who pays interest on capital, who pays the rent on land, who pays the wages as well, and whatever amount left after meeting all such expenses, that would be entrepreneur's income. Next is the features of entrepreneurship: scarce human resources, because entrepreneurs, if we say that it involves a specific talent, innovative skills, risk-bearing ability, which cannot be found in every person, and lack of entrepreneurs is really a major impediment to the development. If you see, if we are having more and more entrepreneurs in our economy, it is going to put the positive impact on our economy as well. Because more the entrepreneur, more will be the information, and standard of living will also get high. Heterogeneous factor: entrepreneurship is the heterogeneous factor of production, because skill, talent, ideas, capabilities, these varies from entrepreneur to entrepreneur. Next is indispensable factor. It coordinates the other factor of production in an optimum way, and production is completely impossible without the entrepreneurs, because entrepreneur is the person who is going to combine all the resources, and production cannot be possible without the entrepreneur, because entrepreneur is the one who actually creates the plan, what should be produced, how much quantity should be produced, from where the raw material should be acquired, how to minimize the cost of the product. All such decisions will be taken by the entrepreneur, and production is completely, and the workers, we say labor are their managers, employees, those execute the plans which are made by the entrepreneurs, and production is impossible without the entrepreneurs, we can say. Intangible factor: entrepreneurship can't be measured in the quantitative terms. Like if we talk about the entrepreneurship, it involves the innovative ideas, skills, talent, risk-bearing ability. These cannot be measured in the quantitative term, and which cannot be seen, which cannot be touched. So we can say entrepreneurship is the intangible factor. Next is highly mobile. Entrepreneurs can be transferred from one region to another, one industry to another industry, on the basis, depends on their knowledge, depends on their experience, on the basis, we can say, of their specialization, they can be transferred from one region to another region. But entrepreneurs can't be bought and sold. Like if you talk about the other factor, in the factor market, if you say lands is their capital, labor, but if you talk about the entrepreneurs, they can't be bought, they can't be sold. Next is the residual reward. The award, as I told you earlier, that entrepreneurs income is completely uncertain. Entrepreneurs do not get any salary, and whatever sales revenue generated after making the product, selling it into the market, whatever sales revenue generates, sales revenue is generated, that is entrepreneurs is the person who has to bear these expenses as well, from the sales revenue, from the income generated from the production. And after meeting all the business expenses, whatever amount left after meeting all such expenses, that would be the salary, or we can say that would be the income of the entrepreneur. Next is difference between entrepreneur and the manager. Entrepreneur, the motive of the entrepreneur is to start a new business venture. But if we talk about the motive of a manager, that is only to render the services which are already set up by the higher authority, or we can say the top level management. Managers are there to execute the plans, right? Next is entrepreneurs are termed as the owner of the company. In one of the definition, I have explained you that entrepreneurs are the organizer. He is the owner of the company, and manager, they are the employee of the company. Third is owner of the company is supposed to bear. As I said, that entrepreneurs are termed as the owner. He is the organizer. Means whatever risk attached associated with the organization, entrepreneurs is supposed to bear all type of that type of risk as well. And manager doesn't require to bear any kind of risk attached with the organization. He will get his certain amount of income which is set, which is already fixed. Next is reward is the profit, which is highly uncertain. Like if any kind of lockdown situation occur, or we can say the strike occurs, if any kind of problem if the business face, so this means if there is no such production, this means entrepreneurs is not going to get any income, because entrepreneurs is completely depends on the sales revenue. And if we talk about the manager's salary is completely fixed, which is completely certain at the time of his joining, at the time of his appointment, is it already set up by the higher authorities, like whatever what would be the his perks, allowances, right? So what basic pay, salary, everything would be fixed, and manager will get the fixed amount of salary. It is quite certain. Next is takes the decision of entrepreneurs is the person who is going to take the decision what to produce, how to produce, from where we have to acquire the raw material, what kind of technology is required. So these kind of decisions are taken by the entrepreneurs. But if we talk about the manager is the person who execute the plans which are set up by the entrepreneurs. And if you want to become an entrepreneur, then entrepreneur should have such qualities like high achievement oriented, risk bearing ability, adaptability if any kind of changes occur in the market. So entrepreneurs should be quite flexible and should produce as per the market requirement. And managers should have the sound knowledge. Managers just have it's required to have the sound knowledge in management theory and practices, depends on their specialization. If HR managers, then you should have sound knowledge of human resources to deal with the human behaviors. And if we talk about the marketing manager, you should have the specialized skills related to the product promotion, etc., related to the marketing things. And if we talk about the finance manager, you should have the qualities of the finance, how to raise the fund, how to raise the fund, how to minimize the cost, and related to the financial things. So these kind of things should have managers just bound to have such kind of specialized knowledge only. But entrepreneur should have the qualities of high achievement oriented. He should have risk bearing ability. He should be more flexible in the market as well. So that's all about today's lecture. Thank you so much.